Sure, better. We'll play a little Don't Starve. I was gonna like play some alternate games with Blaine Murphy, but like I don't know where the hell he is, so he's probably dead. So we're gonna play some Don't Starve for now, and then we'll see where like maybe he'll get up or something. Pretty sure he's probably just sleeping, but yo, James Morse, what's up? Don't Starve to warm up the game muscles, you know? I don't know where this lantern's gonna go. Nor do I know what the hell I was doing. Does it really matter at this point? I can basically work at whatever pace I want, you know? I'm thinking I'm gonna put my, like, shrine for my pelican shrine, like, here. Probably, like, here? Not much, Tortured Soul. What's good with you? So the thing is, like, Mr. Pelican won't, he won't torch these because, they're not flammable. So you just have them here. I just don't want them too close to, like, this shit, you know? But I guess it's not that big a deal. Did I bring the grass over that I had? I had a shitload of grass, didn't I? Ooh, I don't have that much grass. Where'd it all go? Might still be over in the other mode. I thought I dug a shitload of grass. Like, 10 stacks of it. Small jerky's not great, you know? But we're gonna go for it. Just so we don't have to do more, like, harvesting right now. I might actually be, like, living off small jerky. Oh, shit, you fucker. This won't happen anymore once I, fully log up this area. Which I can do sometime during the stream. I can work on that a little. I want to, like, log up here, and then there is going to be it, too. But I got to plant some berry bushes and stuff before I do that. It's dry season too, so we gotta watch the volcano. Hey, what's up, Chris Upalele? Shit, they can also spawn there. I might just put for now, I'm just gonna put like log stuff in a couple places, like because I can't really put marble because I'm actually out of marble. This is another reason you need to world hop like a certain amount of times. It's actually kind of unfortunate that I ended up only world hopping once in Shipwrecked because I'm not going to get a lot of bamboo and stuff. But I really didn't want to like press my luck and world hop and then not ever get a world I liked again. I really liked the world, so I stopped world hopping. This can be used for light somewhere. Where though? Just put it right here for now. We're going to put it right here. I have a lot of lanterns going on. A lot of them. And my volcano started working again. I don't know what happened, but it literally didn't, like, it just didn't turn on for, like, I don't know, like 2 years. I didn't have a single eruption, and that's not normal. Like, I was here during dry season for, like, the whole 2 years, basically, like, just kind of sitting around, and I had no eruptions. And I thought my volcano stopped working. I was, like, getting to the point where I was going to go review my footage to see what I did to, like, have that happen, but then it started working again. And I've seen other people complain of the same glitch, so it's definitely something that could probably happen. The volcano just doesn't work like it's supposed to. Winter nights are like 10 hours IRL. I mean, in the game, well, I mean, they're pretty long. Dry season, though, in like summer, the nights are so short. I'm gonna go get some stuff and bring them over. You know, and then I'm gonna maybe probably work on a little bit more wood stuff, which is boring, but you gotta do it, so right now while I'm not bored, I'll do it. Shit, I should probably set this up sometime, too. This is gonna be my, like, I'm gonna put, like, cactus things right here, and I'm gonna put, like, something right here. You'll see. Don't hit me? Okay. That's gonna, I gotta make, like, a sea hound protection. Because, one, it's good to have protection against them. But it's also really good to, they're just gonna fight. Good to have protection against them. I still have all these fucking rocks. Shit. But if I want to chum for them, like, if every time you drop meat in the water, you have a chance to spawn them. So, like, I can, like, put a bunch of meat in the water, like a stack of jerky or a stack of whatever, just drop it in the water, since I have so much meat, and I can get, like, a million sea hounds to come in and kill them all. When I kill them all, I can, get a bunch of fins and use that to, like, make shark fin soup if I wanted to, or, like, for fun. Shit, I also have, I thought I had a shitload of grass somewhere, but I guess I didn't. Okay, we got all this stuff on us. I could always just pick more grass too, there's that. I got all the torches. And these lanterns are on, I got the extra Krampus sack. Okay, we're gonna do some, hey, have you done a boss on this world yet? I've done like a million. Look at the day. It's 481. I've done a fair bit of bosses. Yeah, this lag's gonna happen, by the way. Just get used to it. Don't resist it. We'll pick up a lot of these. So, good time for questions and stuff. I've done plenty of bosses, meme yourself. I could show you when I get back. I have items from the bosses just laying around. I have 3 scales, or technically 2. One's in my inventory, in my craft pane. I made a scale chest, which I haven't placed yet. I have 4 beggar pelts, 4 deer clops eyeballs, 6 guardian horns. I have 3 eye of the tiger. I have 2 iron winds, I think, and 2 turbine blades or something. I don't know. I've killed them 3 or 4 times. So bosses at this point in the game are really just like, hold on. Are really just like, if I feel like it, I'll kill the boss. Most of the time I see him, I'll just kill him. Unfortunately, when you're going back and forth between worlds, you don't always get the boss that you want for that season. So sometimes I'll want a boss for a season, I just don't get it, because I'm like in Shipwrecked before the boss comes, and then the boss passes by, and then I go, and it's the next season in Reign of Giants, and I don't see the boss, and I go back to Shipwrecked, it's the next season, so. In my new game, I can kill Nazis. Okay. I'd say my favorite boss, I don't know, it's really hard to know that stuff. I really like the design for a couple bosses, like the Tiger Shark. First of all, is a shitty boss. Yeah, he's like impossibly easy and like doesn't really do anything, and he's just kind of boring. I like how you have a chance to spawn him, and I like how you have a chance to spawn the Quacken. I like how they're spawnable bosses as opposed to bosses that just wander on you. It'd be cool if there was a summer boss that just wandered up to you. But it would be really hard to have a summer boss with how the volcano works. I don't know. Because if there was in the middle of that happening, that'd be really rough. You could totally get ganked by that. The Quacken's really fun, but he's actually really easy once you know how to fight him, because you just go to the center and beat him up. You can kill him in like the first couple of days with like a spear. And I like the Seal NATO a lot. I think he's a cool boss. I think his like suck-in attack is kind of busted because you can get, like especially for a newer player, you can get sucked in off-screen. So you don't even know the Seal NATO's there yet. He sucks you in off-screen, does 250 damage. He can like one-shot half the characters in the game. By half, I mean most of the characters in the game. If you're not wearing armor. And also, the sounds he makes are wind sounds, and you kind of hear the sounds when you're in the hurricane season. So if you don't know what to look for and you haven't fought him before, he can be a real bitch. But if you know what the sound sounds like when he's coming, and you're playing someone who will say like large attacker incoming, like he says, or whatever, valiant foe, whatever they're gonna say, then you probably know he's coming. It also sucks because he has some weird glitches with his absorbing attack. Like he can like suck you in and then not spit you out. That really sucks because then you're gone forever. Also, he can absorb your like items when he flies over them, and he can become glitched and never spit them out again. That's happened to me before. That happened in this game. I had to use console commands to spawn what's his face, the pelican. I had to spawn his fishbone because a Sealnado came and sucked it up. So he was following the Sealnado because the Sealnado actually technically had it in his inventory. And then I killed him and it wasn't there. It didn't even get scattered on the island. It just was gone. Like before I spawned it, because I waited a while and it was just gone. I typed the command to check if it was in the world, and it wasn't in the world. So literally, like, he wouldn't ever respawn ever again because it didn't exist. So that's like a glitch, and that really sucks if that happens in your game. Because you're like expecting to obviously be able to have items that are never come back like that. You can't get a second one. The only thing you would have to do is world hop, and I already had set up my Megabase. I wasn't going to world hop just because the game screwed up. Because he's supposed to drop them. He's not supposed to like absorb them and just never drop them. He's supposed to drop them when he dies. But he doesn't do that all the time. It really sucks when he doesn't. It's pretty rare though. I've only had it happen that one time. I haven't had it happen since then. Fortunately, I know how to avoid the glitch with the Sealnado, because that happened to me in another world, and I was like, what the fuck? If you're like standing too close to something that you can't be on, like something that has collision, and the Sealnado doesn't obey by the laws of collision, so he can fly, so he goes over something with collision, and he tries to suck you in. Like before you get sucked into him, you'll go into the thing with collision, and then your model will disappear, and then he just like de-aggroes you and just wanders away, and you're just gone. It's insane. I've tested it a couple times, and it's a pretty reliable glitch to replicate. So it's not just like something that happened once. And that sucks, because it's like, alright, well, peace to the world. Your hunger depletes and your sanity will deplete and stuff like that. But like, you can't, it's hard to lose any health because nothing can kill you. Like, even if there's hounds come, they'll just wander up and not do anything. They'll spawn and not do anything because you have no model, so they don't know where the hell you are. And he just wanders away. I don't remember if you can still get killed by the night monster. I don't think you can either because you don't have a model, but you eventually starve to death. It takes a while. If you didn't starve to death, that'd be like the MLG way to survive a million days. Would you just do that and leave your computer open and come back and you'd still be fine? If you could glitch your hunger, stop depleting, and you put a lantern down for the infinite lantern, you could glitch yourself like that. The unfortunate part about putting a lantern down is he'd suck it in, so it's impossible to do an infinite lantern type deal with him right there. There's some other glitches that I've found. I don't know if discovered. I don't know if people found them before. If you die while like harvesting stuff on a boat, you like when you respawn, you like are constantly moving. It depends. You have to like be accelerating in a boat. It's weird. I tested it a couple of times. Like what I would basically do is I have like 1 health on my boat, and then I click on something to go like harvest some seaweed, and right as I click on it, I get killed by something. And when you respawn on a touchstone, you're like moving permanently. Like if you craft stuff, you're still moving, And you can, and when you like move directions, you just change directions. Like if you press the arrow keys, so you can craft while moving, but you also can't stop. And when you pick stuff up, you bounce off it. So if I pick something up, you just go in the other direction, just like turn around as you're picking it up. It's pretty cool. There's really no use to it, but it's cool. And this is gonna be boring, but I mean, this is the Megabase life, man. Just doing those squats. Working on my core and my hammies, the quads. At least I have a Tam O'Shanter now, because before I didn't have one. I have like 7 walrus tusks and 2 walking canes, and I didn't have a single Tam O'Shanter. Just spawn in the wood? That's cheating, dude. I don't cheat in this world. There's no reason to go creative when you're on like day 400 and you haven't cheated or done anything or used mods, really. I mean, I have mods, but they're convenience mods for people to watch this stream. People like to be able to see stuff like where I am on the map, so I don't have to constantly pause. Making a legit Megabase takes forever, though. Since I'm probably going to more or less do this maybe like 2 streams a week from now on, I'm not really sure how long it's going to take before I could also just, like, if I really wanted to make this faster, I could just make a lazy explorer, but it would, like, instantly break, I think. We should test that. Because I'd be picking up a lot of stuff at the same time. Unfortunately, if I want to keep this world legit, this is just part of the game, which kind of sucks. That's why I'm not sure if people really want to watch me making a Megabase. I guess some people like having a stream open and tune out. It's not very interesting gameplay, though, but a lot of times when I stream, people ask me questions, and if you ask me questions, I'll show you the stuff for the questions. Like, I won't just, like, answer it. I'll, like, open up a new world, and I can show you stuff. Like, if you're like, how do you beat this boss, or how do you do this? If it's something I could actually show you, I can go show you it. So you guys know, like, if you have any questions about stuff like that, I'll do that. I think I'll be fine tonight. It's not winter yet. So it breaks up the monotony some when I can do that, and then it gets people asking questions and watching the stream, and it's fun. Unless some people have questions like, how do you play as this character? And it's like, oh, loaded question. Lot to go on. Alright. That's enough of picking wood for this right now. Let's go bring some over. I don't think there's anything else I really need to bring over right now. I have a lot of pine cones, which is good, because sometimes when I try and extinguish them for the glitch, it doesn't work so well with flingos. How do you even do this? That's a good question. And fortunately, one that I can show you right here without having to go do other stuff. Let's grab that. I don't know if I have a torch. So let's grab this. We have the torch. Okay. I'll show you, James Morrison. Don't you worry. I'll show you exactly how I did this. It uses a glitch, so I guess it's not completely 100% legit. Some people don't like using glitches, but it's not using a mod, it's not using spawn commands, so I'd say most people consider it a pretty legitimate way to play the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on, this flingomatic, and this is spaced out, so this is right in the range of the flingomatic. I probably have one in my inventory. I don't, but whatever. So you can see that it's right about here is where, like, it can be extinguished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it, going to take out my controller. You don't need a controller to do this, but it's probably the fastest way to do it, and it doesn't take any in-game time. Because when you actually have to drop this many in-game, you have to like sit there forever. The other way is you can put it in a wormhole, one by one. But the basic reason you need to do this is you need these to be in one stack. Stacks of one. Not one stack, stacks of one. So I'm dropping each one, and if I pick them up, you can see they're each in their own stack. That's important for this trick to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn these and extinguish them. When you do that with pine cones, when they're burned and extinguished and then they're reloaded, they're planted. So I can do this to plant each pine cone. One, I don't have to sit there and plant them all like an asshole. And two, I can plant them wherever I can drop. And since I can drop all these at the same time, I can drop them all on top of each other. So they'll all be planted in the same spot. So when they grow into big old trees, I can use an old bell to stomp them. And normally you could use an old bell to stomp trees, but you can only plant so many trees close together. So if you make a dense thing of trees with one space in the middle to walk to the middle to ring the old bell, you're only getting that many trees that you can fit in. And don't get me wrong, I did it a lot in my my original tutorial Let's Play series because it doesn't abuse any glitches, and I guess a lot of people really aren't cool with glitches like I am. And it's a very good way to go about getting a lot of wood very quickly. But when you're dealing with the amount of wood that I need for the Megabase, you definitely want to do this because like planting all those pine cones is very time consuming. Okay, so this is on. We're going to light this on fire. It's going to light all of them on fire. We're going to lose a lot of frames. And we're going to log out and log in, and that'll unload them, which will plant them. And then when we load back in, they'll be planted. It's a glitch. But it's an important glitch. Hey, I'm Ada Queen and Animal Matt. What's up? And now we see those are all planted. And we have no frames because all those got planted at once. So I'll plant on top of each other so when they grow to be big. And I just did that a bunch of times around here. So that's why you see all these. The reason I did it a bunch of times was like I wanted to test if the old bell made tree guards. I was pretty sure it didn't, and some people told me it didn't, but I always like testing stuff myself. I don't like just going on what other people say, because some people just don't know. Like, I don't know sometimes, so it's important to, like, if you're not sure, to just test it. It's really easy to do. So that's how I did that. It's pretty easy. We have a Krampus sack here. I think when I go back, because I need to bring a bunch of stuff, I'll leave my Krampus sack there, and that way I can just get this one here. Because I'm eventually going to have to bring it to the other world. What's the point of replanting trees if you're not going to pick the logs up? They'll start growing. I want them to start growing so that I can stomp them, because the biggest time sink with the whole thing is... with the whole process is waiting for the trees to grow. Otherwise, you could do this continuously and pick all the logs up and keep doing it. And it would actually be pretty easy to, like, get the whole thing done. It would take forever. But every time I, like, regrow the trees, I have to wait. So I could go pick all those logs up. By the time I'm done, those trees won't be fully grown. Especially it's winter right now, but... So it's good to get them in earlier. And then I can pick the logs up while they're growing. That's why I did the change, so now I have the 4 spots around it. I didn't really have to change much, I just moved the ice machine so it wasn't, because it used to be right here. That's what you see with that patch. Now I have just 4 spots I can plant in. And then I can just, when those get big, I can stomp those, and I can have 4 plots. So every time I come down, as long as I plant the 4 plots at the same time, I can see the one that has the most fully grown trees, and just stomp that one. Also, it allows me to have some trees up and some trees stomped, because the items on the ground really lag. And if I stomped, like, 2 chests full of pine cones, I'd have some problems. Like, I'd probably crash my computer. Also, are you no longer overcharged? You're correct, I am no longer overcharged. I was overcharged for a very long time. Now I'm not. We're gonna put that in here. We want to drop some of this stuff that I'm gonna be picking back up. Slots. I'll do this here. I was overcharged from like day. What time did I re-overcharge? I re-overcharged with hammering pseudoscience stations around day 120, and I was overcharged till day 430 or something. Or 400. I was overcharged till day 400. Then I used telelocator staffs to give myself about 40 more days of overcharge. And then I recently lost my overcharge. And it does suck to not be overcharged because I'm a little slower, but you have to remember that, like, had I been playing any other character, I would have never been overcharged this entire time, and I've been so much slower. But since I'm playing WX78, it allowed me to be overcharged. Eventually, I'm gonna, when I farm this world, because I want to get rid of all this rocky turf, I want to steal that. And I want to do a couple other things. I'm gonna get rid of some of this rocky turf, I'm gonna steal that. That's about it, probably. I think everything else is pretty good. Oh, I need some of these saplings. I'll probably go take all these saplings and stuff. And I need the fireflies. Once I've done all that, I'm gonna, be ready to world hop. And I want my base set up in Shipwrecked to the point where it's not going to be inconvenient for me to be farming these new worlds. Because right now, it's probably pretty convenient because I have the monkey farm. But there's a couple other things I want to do. I want to make more drying racks and stuff like that. Because this is... my base there is, like, definitely more complete than the base here, probably. I also need to make sure that I prototype everything I need to prototype. And I need to get a couple things before I do the whole world hoppy nonsense. I need deconstruction staff, which it's like shit. I don't have any pseudoscience stations. I can't make a deconstruction staff, but there's a way around that. If you and hey, what's up, Dominic Holstetter? Let me know if you have any questions about the game whatsoever, and I can answer them, or I could show you. The deconstruction staff you can actually make with brain hat, whatever the hell that is. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. Which we can go do when we're coming back. We'll probably just be cool with this amount of logs, and we'll go pick that when we get back in there. Are you going to make a Megabase in Rain of Giants too? Yeah. Once I reset the worlds, basically I'm looking for a world that I want. There's a couple things I want. I want cool set pieces like the Reed Trap, the Tall Fort, the Hound Trap. I want a Walrus Camp. I want anything cool looking. Would be good too. There's a lot of stuff. I'd also like a small little island would be really good. That I can like has a wormhole connecting it. That way I can put some stuff on there. So there's lots of stuff that I would like. And I'll just reset a couple times probably. I don't know. Oh, it's envelopes. Hey, what's up, man? Glad you checked out the stream. I'm gonna move this here. Let me know if you have any more questions or anything you want to see or know about the game, myself, you know, whatever. If anyone has any requests for games too, I'm looking to play other games. I might not like your request, and I might not do it because I really only want to play games that interest me because otherwise it's not as fun. But that's the case. With most streamers, you wouldn't want someone streaming something they're not having fun with. Okay, we're gonna go down and get that and make a brain hat. So we can make a couple things. Ark survival. I could do that at some point. Also, we're a little limited on games I have to buy because I don't have that much money, so I can only buy so many games. there'll be some games I won't be able to do because I won't be able to buy them. But I can definitely buy a couple games. So I'll have to pick like 1 or 2 games that I want to buy. And I know I'm at least doing 1 multiplayer game with Blaine, but which I was supposed to do tonight, and I was waiting for him, but I don't know where he is. So okay, so we got this. I could live off jerky, like small jerky, pretty easily, because small jerky is actually really good. It's not as good as the fat jerky, but so I think I might set up. I'm gonna set up a pig farm too. That's gonna farm pigs for the bigger jerky, and that's gonna be closer to where I'm standing most of the time. So I'll probably stay loaded most of the time. Arc takes a lot of commitment, so I didn't really like it. I'm the kind of person that a lot of commitment is something that's probably good for me. Because I am very committed when I play games. I don't know where the Clockwork Militia is. I haven't seen them in a while. But I have so many gears, it doesn't really matter. I just eventually have to find and kill them again. You remember that thing I told you to remember in the Impossible Quiz, man? You remember? I remember everything, dude. You told me to remember when I was talking about the skips and how you probably need all the skips to do the last question, which I still am under the impression that's probably going to be true. Because the guy who made that's crazy. How'd you make the docks? I missed that stream. So the docks aren't made yet. It's gonna be... The docks mostly decoration. It's not really anything that, like, is some crazy thing that I have to make that's gonna, like, help. But I just haven't done it yet because it involves using wood walls. Shit, it's hot out. And I... don't want to make wood walls right now because if I make wood walls right now, they're just gonna get blown away. So I'm gonna have to wait. But how'd you make that strip of water? What are you talking about? This strip of water? I didn't make it. That's why if you watch the streams, the reason I don't world hop anymore is because I liked the world. So like, you have to world hop till you get stuff you like. Like, I think this island right here is awesome. How, like, it's got, like, this, like, whole thing and this little, like, patch in between. It's got this little swamp in between. It's got a touchstone on it. So I can make, like, a respawn altar. I love this island because it has this little dock. It also has this little dock. Having 2 on the same island's insane because I can make this, like, I can decorate this as, like, a dock. Like a really cool like area where I land my boats, and I can decorate this, or not decorate this, functionally I can put cactus plants here so that when I have sea hounds I come in here and they'll kill them. What resources you need to craft the seaworthy? You need living logs, you need a seaworther, and I don't know what else. Next time I get back I'll show you. What do I need for that hat? I need jellyfish, right? A jellyfish and 2 rope. Yeah, that's cool. Wait, 2 jellyfish and 2 rope? 1 jellyfish and 2 rope. I need like a net, don't I? For jellyfish. I think a trap would probably work, right? Doesn't? I thought it used to work. What is the thing? Used to build like plant traps, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Don't worry about it. I'm insane. I need a sea trap, I guess. Which I need jellyfish for. Okay, so I can probably make a net, I think. A bug net. That's a big map. Yeah, it's like fully explored. Almost fully explored. I still have to explore stuff, but I've got the edges pretty much. And the reasons I picked this is because I don't want the island that has the seaworthy to be the island I want to base on, because when you walk through the seaworthy in dry season, if it's in an eruption, which can happen just immediately in an eruption, you don't want your whole base to be destroyed, right? So there's that. So but there's a wormhole right here that goes to right here. So it brings me right to the island almost. It would be awesome if it was right here. That would be insane. So a wormhole means that I'm completely safe. If an eruption happens here, I can like make an eruption based on this island. But then I can easily travel here. This distance, some people will put to see where they're on the island and it's like way faster between bases, but this distance, because later in the game, I'm not going to be going back and forth all the time. That's only a very temporary thing. Uh, that distance is not that big deal. And the casino's right here, which is awesome. So if I ever want to go to the casino, now it's really close to this island, and it's right here. The octopus is right here, which, if you think about it in the scheme of the maps, that's not that far. Like this little travel, it could be right there, but to get a world like that, and then these two islands, they're pretty big. You want like a big island, like something like this, but something with like the docks, like we said. And there's like this little harbor. I'll be able to decorate that. I'll be able to decorate this little swamp. I can like this thing right here because you can't use boats on lands anymore, so you can't use boats to hop over water. So to hop over this thing, I need like get some. I want to show you though what I mean. Spider, right? My brainy matter is gonna decay, so I'm gonna go grab that real quick. But to hop over this wall, I need to like jump in the water, so that's why like there's a raft here, so I can get around. And most of my farms will be on the water, so you can do that. But for like I can do that for here. This might be another enclosure, but this thing in the middle allows me to do it right here. There's just a lot of really perfect stuff with this setup, and that's why I was like, hell yeah, dude. We're gonna grab a couple. And there's this port here, so there's just a lot of really good stuff in one base. And that's what I wanted, is I wanted a lot of really cool stuff. Okay, so this allows you to craft any recipe in the game, regardless of where you are. So I could do howling conches and stuff like that. Not in the game, but like, I don't need to be near anything. But you don't actually research the recipe, like you don't unlock it, you just can craft it. So I need a couple of these, so there might be another one somewhere. A brain. Could be one right there. That'd actually be pretty cool. There's usually a couple on the map. They take a bit to regrow. This one's not far from my like original base, or right there, so it's pretty close. I had another world where I had like a shitload. So like stuff like that, like that's cool. But like this whole island's boring besides that. Also, there's like a million biomes on this island. In the swamps, the pools are really cool too, and there's reeds. There's two perfectly normal trees, which I really like. I think they're cool. Do you have any more doubloons to do some gambling? I have a shitload of doubloons, probably. Oh, right here. I have 31, so yeah, I could do a bunch of gambling if I want to. No, I can't put them in there. Fuck. Where's this? We're gonna make more drying racks right now. And then I'm gonna go make my deconstruction staff. I need a deconstruction staff to deconstruct my seaworther because you can't like, hammer it. And I'll deconstruct it, and that'll give me the resources back, and it'll also give me the seaworther I need, and I can make another one. What is it? 3? 3 per? Yeah, probably. Charcoal. I'm gonna go check for a brainy hat too. Because if I can find one, I can I can make another brainy hat, that'll be helpful. The brain of thought. Because they exist, you can actually never... You actually don't need any pseudoscience stations ever. But it's completely inconvenient to constantly be crafting brain of thoughts. Every time you want to make something from a pseudoscience station, so that's why I'm still gonna like leave a pseudoscience station in the new world. But I'm gonna world hop in Reign of Giants until I find a world that I really like with a bunch of stuff I really like, and then I'll stop. And also it's good to world hop a couple times because things like marble aren't renewable, and I want a shitload of it. I don't even have enough for the base that I'm making here, let alone all the stuff I'm gonna make in Shipwrecked. I mean, Reign of Giants. There's a bunch of stuff you can't make here that you can make in Reign of Giants. It's gonna be important to me. Okay, I'm gonna make a pit stop. Shit, he's over here now. Completely refreshed. Got it. This game's fucking broken. Alright. What do I need? I wanted these. I can refill this. I don't want these in my inventory. I don't want rot in my inventory, so I'm just gonna use them. Oh! You like how it's so organized? Yeah. And I can't leave stuff on the ground for a lot of those things, which sucks because they'll just get blown away. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. Ah, you bitch. My wood leg space is on an island I found has 4 fisherworms, like 14 green caps, and an island's linked to 2 other islands. Yeah, that's like the ideal situation. You want the island 1 linked to a bunch of islands, and you want a bunch of like fisherworms and like green mushrooms and stuff you can't move. And I was conflicted. This wasn't like a yes, this is the perfect one. It was like a pretty good one, and I was like, do I do it? Do I not? What it came down to is, it's going to take me a long time to find a better one, and I'm not that committed to this game where I'm going to spend, you know, hundreds and hundreds of hours trying to find the perfect Shipwrecked worlds. And this one was actually really good, so it's just like, let's go with this. And we can just spend a lot of time and make things really nice. There is a bunch of green caps on the island, though. So when the Earth starts destabilizing, we know we're pretty close. So we're just going to go here, and we're going to place our old meat items that we don't want in here. And we're going to stave off the volcano from erupting. Like this. We just need one more. There we go. This will close. This will close. There we go. So it's pretty easy to do, and what I'm going to do in the future is I'm going to have a thing of doidois, like a doidoi cage, next to it, and every time I come, I can just bring some doidois from my main island, and since it doesn't count both doidois in both worlds, I'll have like 20 doidois here, and I'll have like 20 at my homeworld. So the ones at my homeworld will be constantly reproducing because they're near my base. So if I take 10 and bring them here, they'll just regrow their population, and I'll have 10 more in here, and I'll keep doing that until I have like a bunch of them. And in the summer, I just come in basically, and I kill a doidoi, and it gives me some feathers, like I think 2, and then that's enough to like basically fully appease it every time I do that. So I need like a doidoi every like 4 or 5 days. So like 3 per season, and since they're growing all year round, it's pretty legit way to basically never have the volcano erupt ever again. But sometimes you want volcano eruptions because that's the only like renewable way to get obsidian besides trawl nets, and trawl nets is really dumb. It's like no fun, dude. You have to sit there and like troll all summer. I'd much rather just have the volcano erupt, and you can get a lot more obsidian faster because every lava pool, you don't have to do anything. You just wait till it's gonna erupt and go to an island before it erupts. Damn, what a base. Yeah, this base is okay. It's gonna be so much more eventually. I'm really excited for what it'll look like eventually, but right now it's okay. I'm just gonna drink this. I don't really need this stuff. Alright. Rot. And we're gonna grab these two, and we're gonna grab one more grass. And what do I need for construction staff? Fucking, what is it? It's living logs. Green gems, the deconstruction staff, and nightmare fuel. I believe. I could be wrong, but it doesn't really matter. Because I can just come back. Can't really pick those. And I have my Jesus Doidois. They're awesome, dude. They're just walking on water the whole time. Yeah, I have my brain of thought. Okay. It was perfect for Road Lake Soup to solve all tropical fish for surf and turf. My day 397 haven't traveled to Random, so that's why I asked about the Seaworthy. I'll show you when I get back here. You want to have the resources basically on you if you can. How do you plan to fertilize that? It's all fertilized. Every last bit. It's just, it's withered because it's summer. So when it's not dry season, it'll become unwithered. Eventually you'll have to re-fertilize it, like if you use it enough. It is fertilized, dude. It's all fertilized. All of it. Maybe you're streaming 2 mods in one stream. Oh man. I have a lot of mods now. I just like modded a shitload of people, man. Oh shit, I forgot to go check. And that's probably not regrown, right? It takes a while. Whatever. We're done with this guy. Oh man. You're free! Now he won't starve to death. What is that sound? That's the sound the sharks make when they come. I don't really have any defense against the sharks. That could be something I do in the stream if I have time. It's pretty easy to do. I forget that I need like warm. I need to bring something warm back because I haven't had to deal with winter at all in this game yet. So yeah, so I can do ancient stuff. Like I can make Houndy Shootiuses and stuff. Because I'm wearing the Brain of Thought, so you don't actually need any pseudoscience stations. And this is a pretty fast way to do it if you want to go. But in the future, I'm going to have a pseudoscience station that's available. And, yeah. That's probably a waste, because you don't want to use 2 green gems. Because the construction amulet will limit the amount of green gems and all the other stuff, and it's basically worth it. The only thing you lose from using construction amulet is a little bit of thulecite, but I don't give a shit. I just did it. Give a fuck, man. So I can actually deconstruct this. Cast spell. But I can't hammer it, so I'm going to need to deconstruct it eventually. To answer your question for the Seaworthy, it's this. So I need 4 living logs, 4 nightmare fuel, and the Seaworther. You get the Seaworther if you find Wally, who was right here, I think. He's gone now. He's like a pirate on a little like parrot with a pirate hat on a boat, and he like says shit. And if you hammer the boat, you get a Seaworther, or if you fish in the float Sam, you get the Seaworther. You can get infinite resources with construction amulet and deconstruction staff. Not infinite, because you still need green gems. So, It'd be pretty broken if you could actually do infinite, but you can't, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, because that'd kind of break the game, I think. Tooth and rot. Put that in here. There's nothing I really need to take with me. Okay, I'll take this though. So basically what Animal Man's talking about is like, if you make something with construction amulet, it costs half the resources. If you deconstruct it, it gives you back the full resources, which gives you more resources. So you, for example, make a thulecite suit for like whatever, like 5 thulecite, or, and then you with like 2 thulecite or whatever, and then you deconstruct it, and you get the thulecite back. The problem with that, not the problem, the reason you can't get infinite resources is because any gems that come out of something as a result of deconstruction staff don't come back, they're shattered. So you can't get gems back, and since the deconstruction staff and the construction amulet both cost green gems, you can't get an infinite amount of green gems. The only way to get green gems is oh shit, these guys. The only way to get green gems is from the ruins, basically. You can get them in Tumbleweed, and people are like, yeah, they're renewable in Tumbleweed, but not really. I mean, it's like 0.0, I think it's 0.02 or 0.01% chance from Tumbleweed, so you could farm Tumbleweed for hours and not get one, so it's really not practical. Oh shit, I got hit. A faster way to get it would actually be to World Hop. Like, it's so much faster to World Hop to get green gems than it is to farm Tumbleweed, so I wouldn't really consider it renewable if it's way faster to actually World Hop than to get it, so. Oh, Matt, you need to chill, my friend. Just because people aren't talking doesn't mean they're not here, you know? They could just be chilling. You had the God Tumbleweed, remember? Yeah, but that was one Tumbleweed. And you can't really rely on that. Good luck, get a green gem from Tumbleweeds. Yeah, but you can't, like, you can't farm it. Like, it's possible to get it, but you can't farm it. That's the point. Like, there's nothing you can do to make the drop chance higher. So, and I have a shitload of green gems, so I could basically make most resources almost renewable forever, because I'm not going to use them all. And when I keep doing the ruins, I'm going to get more green gems. So I'll have a lot of green gems, don't get me wrong. It's just, you can't get an infinite amount of green gems really from anything, which means you can't get an infinite amount of resources. If there was a way to renewably get green gems, you're right, everything would become renewable that you could use to craft, because you could also do a crafting cycle, basically. Which would be pretty cool, but whatever. It's not like it matters endgame anyway. So someone asked me about bosses. I have all these guardian horns. I have shark gills, some turbine blades. I have an extra iron wind. I have tigers. I have 4 magic seals. I have 4 deer clubs. How do I have 4 magic seals? Oh, I made a sail stick. I have 4 deer clubs. I have thick fur, some down feathers. I've never... The really only boss I haven't fought is I've only fought the Quacken once, because there's really no reason to fight him again right now. And, pick it. Pitchfork. 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 Probably need another one eventually. There's no reason to fight him again right now, and I also just never see the moose goose in this world. I don't know why. What's the magic seal for? I'll show you real quick. Let's grab some stuff. There's 2 things you can make with the magic seal. You can make the sail stick with the magic seal, and you can make the howling conch. The howling conch says gales come early. It makes a storm happen. And if you use the howling conch in Reign of Giants, it makes it rain. A sail stick makes it so the winds move in the direction that you're heading. So it redirects the winds, which is actually pretty helpful. You get pretty much the same amount of sanity, but you get a lot less hunger with the small jerky. But so the magic seal can be pretty good, and the reason it's pretty good is what was I talking about? The Howling Conch. That's the one I normally want to make. I could be crafting, and the reason I want to make that normally is because the God, I have a hard time focusing. Sorry, guys. I have like ADHD or something. You want to make that because in summer, in Reign of Giants, everything smolders, right? So you can't like be near your giant mega base because you can't build enough flingomatics to constantly be covering your entire base, because you're gonna build a base like this big with like shit like that. You don't have room to be building flingomatics everywhere, and if you did, how would you fuel them? You'd just be fueling them. So you don't want things to smolder and burn, and the problem is things can smolder and burn when they're off screen, but still loaded. So you basically have to just chill in a base that's not in your base in summer, which means you wouldn't be able to have the sea weather in your base either, because you could only have like one, and if you were in your base and you come through and something smolders and burns and you're fucked. So what you do is in the summer you use the Howling Conch to make it rain, and things can't smolder while it's raining, so you're safe. And then when it stops raining, you use it again. And when it gets down to last use, I think it has 10 uses, it's 10%, you just deconstruct it and you get the magic seal back and you make another one. So that's the best use for the magic seal, is basically you make it so it doesn't smolder in your Reign of Giants world, so you can just be there whenever you feel like it, and there's really nothing that's going to keep you from being there anymore. Whereas like here, I don't like to be here during hurricane season because it'll blow all the wooden hay walls, and I actually really like how wood walls look, so I'm going to use wood walls for some things. Fortunately, though, without smoldering, as long as you're vigilant with that, there's actually really a lot of cool, pretty-looking stuff you can do in Reign of Giants. And if you see the screen blinking, it's not you or like the stream. It's this is how the game actually works when I play turf. I don't know if it's like a glitch or whatever. Who knows? Have I unlocked Woodlegs yet? I haven't. I want to unlock him in my Shipwrecked Let's Play. I have the stuff to unlock him in this world. I'm just not going to use it because I want to unlock him in my Shipwrecked Let's Play. So I gotta wait to do that. I also don't want to be here during hurricane season because these evil flowers, I want to make more of them. But they can get blown away and uprooted in hurricane season. So I try and not be here during hurricane season so that doesn't happen. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to be here in hurricane season eventually, because I'm going to be world hopping the other world, which means when I need more resources, I have to come back here. And also, I'm going to run out of shit to do in the other world, too. For now, I'm temporarily putting wooden floors down in places that I wouldn't normally have wooden floors. And I'm probably not going to in my base have wooden floors. The reason being, I don't want flooding to happen, and I can always dig up the wooden floors and use them for something else later. Because basically, this whole island's going to be... Like, most islands, you want them to be wood because wood doesn't flood. Whereas other turfs do. Other natural turfs do, but man-made turfs don't. So, I eventually want most of this to be wooden floor. The hat. What hat? Woodlegs hat? My current hat? Elaborate. So most things I'm going to want to replace with wooden flooring. Including the swamp, which is a shame because I like how the swamp looks, but... What's your opinion on mods like craftable gears and mineable gems? That's a good question. You can... If you want to know my opinion on mods, you can watch my mod opinion video, which is a video I have where I talk about some of the good mods in the game, in my opinion. If you want to just know briefly right now, my opinion on mods is basically any mod that helps you in the game or makes the game easier, more or less makes it so you're not. I don't know how to say this. Basically, your run isn't as legitimate, but it's not a bad thing. If you're having more fun playing with mods than you are with the normal game, you should absolutely play with mods. A lot of people, hardcore don't star players, I guess, will tell you not to play with mods. But that's really stupid because, like, if that's the way you want to play a game, that's the way you have fun, you should do it. My opinion is mods that make it easier make the game so much easier that it's really, to me, it's like trivial since the game is already pretty easy. And then when you're a new player, it makes the game tolerable. But the thing is, if you just played and got better at the game would be tolerable. So I really think people should give the game a chance at its default difficulty before they mod the shit out of it. But I also understand that people are coming from very, very, very different levels of skill when it comes to games, because I've been playing games my entire life, and some people have been playing games for like 2 years. So for them, mods might make it so the game's playable. Like literally, like without mods, they wouldn't really be playing the game. They would just be getting killed constantly. So if mods make the game playable for you, otherwise it's unplayable, you should definitely use them. So I just like kind of do this. I don't know why that happens sometimes. I think you should definitely use mods if they make the game playable for you. Otherwise, I think you should try it on the default difficulty and see how it goes. And then if at first you fail, you got to remember that no one's perfect at this game when they start, and keep going. Keep trying to kill it. It's because I have to row, so I have to drop my lantern, but that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna make these tiles, and then we're gonna make the rest. It's gonna be, we're gonna get some grassy tiles and put them here because I like how it looks. Okay, we gotta go appease the volcano real quick. Why do you want more evil flowers? Because it's like an altar, like a little shrine. Looks nice. That's about it. They don't really do anything. They actually decrease your sanity. But it's anytime you can like think of something cool to put that'll look pretty, that's basically like Megabase material. Everything isn't gonna be if everything was practical, I'd basically be only using wood floor for everything. And under these, I would dig this shit up and make it wood floor because you can after they planted, and it won't affect the grass, but then it won't be able to flood. So in the monsoon season, the grass and stuff can flood, but it doesn't affect my ability to cook. I just don't want my kitchen and stuff to flood, because then I can't cook stuff and my like science machine stuff in case I need to use it. Eventually, I'll just have everything made, but. So basically, after the second rumble, I just come here to do this. $1 shrine? Yeah. I'm gonna make a shrine for like my first $1. It's gonna be my first doubloon, but I mean I've spent probably my first doubloon because I didn't think about that. But are you keeping the weird tree for the same reason? Yeah, because like it's one of those things you can't ever move. You can't plant it or anything. So the only way to get one in your base is just have it. So I'm gonna keep it there in case I need it for a shrine or anything. And if I don't end up making a shrine around it, then I can cut it down, but I can't put it back, and I don't really need the resources from it, so that's why I have that still. There's also a glitch where the second you leave the volcano, if you've used it at all, it will just erupt. I hope that doesn't happen, but if it does, it's not a big deal. I'll just die, you know? I'm cool with dying. I've embraced death. I have meat effigies, it doesn't really matter. Best crockpot dishes. Interesting. There's a lot of different crockpot dishes that are good for different reasons, but the best crockpot dish probably. I need more wooden turf eventually. I need to heat up too, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this thing. Why did you put the eggs in that thing? That appeases the volcano. Otherwise, it'll erupt eventually. Eventually, I have to periodically appease it. So, best crockpot dishes. Best crockpot dish in the game is meatballs. Meatballs is basically your best bet for hunger in the whole game because it's very, very easy to make early game. You can make it with any kind of meat, including monster meat, small meats, jerkies, large meats. You just can't make it with leafy meat. It's one meat value of 0.5, so any meat, and then 3 of any filler. That doesn't make another recipe. So if you do 3 eggs, 3 berries, you can do 3 ice, you can do 3 carrots, you can do any mixture of everything I've just said. And that's one of the best recipes in the game because it gives you like 62 hunger. Can you do land boats? Nah. I'll show you land boats. So you used to be able to do land boats. There's 2 methods to do it. Unfortunately, unless there's some crazy glitch that no one's figured out, it's impossible to do land boats because boats are destroyed immediately when you jump on them on land. There's a couple ways you used to be able to do land boats. I figured out one of them myself. I am hesitant to say discovered when it comes to glitches, because saying you discovered something kind of implies that you're the first one to do it and then you like showed the rest of the world. And I didn't really discover it. I figured it out myself and used it, and then they fixed it. But I'm sure other people figured it out too. There's probably guides on how to do it. So there's one method, and the easy way to show you this is with this is I have some like testing stuff here. Is you plant an elephant cactus on the other side of you on 2 spots in the ocean. You push yourself onto land. I can do it with telepooping, but you see how the boat got destroyed? So what they did is they made it so if you're on land in a boat and you're driving it, it breaks immediately. So the problem is I can get a boat on land. I know how to do it without breaking it. You have to... There's a way if you make like a line of trees, like a bunch of them really thick, and you push it onto that, it'll just push it through it and like end up on land. But when you jump on it to use the thing, it just breaks. So it doesn't fucking matter. You can't do it. There's like no way to do it anymore. Because even if you get the boat in the right spot on land, it doesn't really matter. So unfortunately, there's no way to do land boats that I know of, and I think anyone knows of. You'd have to fix the problem and make it so boats don't get destroyed when you jump on them. The major problem is even if you find a way to jump on the boat without destroying it on land, you have to do that every time you jump on the boat, because every time you get off, it's going to reset probably. So there's really no way to do it anymore, because what you used them for wasn't for decoration. It was to jump over walls and stuff. So you just can't. You could use it for decoration. You can push them onto land, like I just showed you when I spawned it on land. It's really hard, though. For deer collapse, you need only a fresh hand bat. Not a real thing. Football helmet, log suit, and campfire. You can actually just use a spear, too. If you have a hand bat and a log suit. I don't get why they would patch land boats but not fire farms. I don't know, man. I don't get why they would patch land boats. It's not like anything that helps you in the game. The really thing that people only ever used it for was cool, like, setups where you'd use it to jump over walls into your farm. So it seems like a weird thing to patch because it was only ever fun, you know what I mean? It wasn't like something people exploited to, like, get anything out of. I get not patching fire farms because They would have to do a lot to patch those. And you also have to think about it this way. It depends how simple it is to patch. It's actually really easy to patch and not going to affect the gameplay. Then you just do that. You patch it. Think about fire farms. Fire farms work for like a lot of reasons. They would basically have to like change the game to fix fire farms. Because fire farms are just the fact that how pigs work with fires. They either have to change how fires work, change how extinguishing works, or they'd have to change, like, you know, how like the spreading of fire works or whatever. And they're probably not going to do that, so that's why fire farms aren't fixed. Do you know if the TAM rules over standing loss for woodlegs? No, but you could look that up pretty easily. I don't play him enough to know exactly how much standing he loses while he's on land. But the TAM, I think, gives you like 6.66 or something sanity per... Or it's like somewhere around 6 sanity per minute. So it probably does, honestly, because if it doesn't, then he loses a lot of sanity. You love the elephant cactus farm? Yeah, it's really great. Speaking of which, how much elephant cactus do I have left? I have this many? Okay, I only need 4 for what I'm going to do. Where's my lava? I need this, I need that. Okay, we're going to have some fun doing some stuff. I need way more of this, but this stuff's withered right now. Since this is probably going to be an enclosure, I'm basically going to... no, I got to keep these. Probably. I'm going to get these on it. There we go. I gotta wait for me to plant the berry bushes before I harvest a bunch of this stuff. Because I can dig it after the berry bushes are planted. It won't affect the berry bushes, but I won't be able to plant it if it's not. This is hard to do. You gotta get the right part of it. Especially this one. There we go. What's the reason for farming turfs? Just pretty. The only reason you want wooden turf is in this game mode, flood tiles can't spawn on man-made turf, so in monsoon season all those flood tiles spawn to make it so you can't use parts of your base. And they also make you slow to walking, you get wet, and you have to wear a umbrella, and it's annoying. If you make man-made turfs, flood tiles can't spawn or move onto it, so you're safe. But I like things to look good, so that's the reason I'm making a lot of tile, like I'm digging these tiles up and stuff like that, and I'm leaving these tiles. It's because I want things to look good. So, like, inevitably, these tiles are going to get replaced by stuff. And that's just Megabase stuff. That's not practical. I just want things to look how I want them to look. I'm gonna need another pitchfork. Alright. See ya, Paradox, what's up? He loses ridiculous amounts of sand, that's why I need all the green caps and surf turf. So the TAM probably wouldn't work that well. And that's why he's like kind of a shit character, but if you like playing him, you should definitely play him. But for like, people are like, Woodlegs is so good, it's like, Unfortunately, I had to dig some mushrooms from that paddock because the doidois will just eat them. So like this is another like Megabase thing. Practically, why would I put the Doidos with the mushrooms? Because they'll just eat them. I have to get rid of the mushrooms. But it looks really nice with all the water. So that's why I do it. And Doidos will eat everything, so you got to make sure that they don't ever get out, because they'll just devour your whole everything that's on the ground for like my chest and stuff. They'll like eat the scales, which I really don't want them to eat. So it's just like more of like making Megabase stuff. Not functional stuff, just like planting. Like I gotta like plant more coffee plants and shit. He made farms. I'm too triggered. Reddit fan base. Yeah, basically. Farms look good, dude. Farms look legit. I love them. Also, if anyone who's like you made farms doesn't know how to play the game, because farms are actually super practical for like certain things. Like you need powder cake for like certain things, so you just need like a farm to make that powder cake, man. How else are you gonna make the powder cake? Not the merms, the tiny shipwrecked ones. Yeah, but they don't spawn. They're just there. So if you kill them, they're gone. They're like tentacles, basically. You associate tentacles with spawning or whatever in the swamp. They don't actually spawn. There's just a lot of them at the beginning of the game. They don't respawn or anything. These guys are the same thing. They don't respawn. So I killed them all when I got here the first day, and now they're gone. Oh, I didn't make a new pitchfork. Whatever. So this is giving me my berry plot. This is my monkey farm. So, these cactuses are murdering these monkeys, and they can't actually get through this. These are burnt trees. I placed them by, sometimes they like will glitch through and get that shit. Now they all want to get the silly monkey ball. No, just pick this stuff up. So this gets me a shitload of bananas whenever I want, and a bunch of morsels, so that I can basically infinitely have turkey. They go to get the silly monkey ball, they get stuck up against the trees. They don't get stuck against it, they can't get through, and then these things have the perfect range to kill them. The reason you don't want to use walls is because the cactus will actually hurt the walls. And they can't, it doesn't attack me because I have a cactus armor. And this can be used to gain insane amounts of sanity, because of, you can make icicles or whatever, popsicles, the banana pops, and they give you crazy sanity and health. I didn't answer, I now know that I didn't answer that guy's question fully about the crackbar recipes. There's a lot of different ones. Meatballs is the best. Bacon eggs is really good. Pierogies at 7 side could be pretty good. It depends on like what you really need. Banana pops are really good for Shipwrecked, at least. But this is a good way to get like a lot of manure too, is just the monkey farm. And I can keep myself sustained basically infinitely now, which is really good. I'll use like a lot of these over the course of the world, so just make a bunch right now. Put a couple in here. Put that one in here. Take this one. So if I ever need like manure, I can just sit there, do that shit. You're gonna bounce? Alright, see you, James Morris. Mandrake soup is a pretty good recipe to eat, but also you probably don't want to eat mandrake, so it becomes pretty bad because of that. He's okay if you can handle standing. I don't mind that. I just like all the treasure and boards and bone charts. I might actually, at some point, I might unlock wood in my shipwrecked world. I might unlock wood legs, which sucks because I wanted the prison in this world when I respawn it, but and it's gone once you unlock him. I might switch to him when I world hop one of these times, and then I'll switch to him, come to my island, and sit here for a while and make a bunch of treasure everywhere. Like I want a bunch of treasure right here. I'll sit on this island, make treasure everywhere, and then I'll switch back. The next time I world hop, I might actually do that. I haven't decided yet, because it would take a long time, so I'm hesitant to do it. And yes, I did make monkeys. I did make the monkey thing just to see them die a little, because I hate them. And they really get wrecked by this. You could also just put withered cactuses. The problem with withered cactuses, though, is if they become unwithered for whatever reason, the monkeys will attack them and they'll eventually die. So, okay, so we're gonna count this out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So we're gonna go 5 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is like the middle-ish. So I'm going to get rid of this tile. There'll be 4 on this side, and there'll be 5 on this side. So we're gonna go with this. We're gonna go right in the middle right here. And we're going to place these. Oh shit, I forgot. Make more cactus armor or whatever. I don't think I have enough. I do have enough cactus spice and stuff, I think, probably. I have enough cactus spikes. I need more grass, probably. Oh, I have 9. That's cool. Alright, calm down. Okay, turn off my sticky keys. Can you bring up your mic volume? I could probably speak louder because I'm mumbling, but my volume's probably balanced as good as it's gonna get if I don't mumble. But I'm just gonna like mumble at points because I do that. I'm really bad at that. I'll be like thinking about stuff while playing, and I'll just start mumbling about stuff. Yeah, once you understand the world hopping stuff, yeah, good. Switch to WX78. It's fun to play. Switch to a bunch of different characters. Do I really want to plant that there? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Okay, so this is why you need farms, dude. I need corn. You can't get corn. You need farms to get corn. Damn it. I need some honey. go. Lost a little life, doesn't matter. I eat jerky for a living. Now I need 2 corn. So I can make 2 powder cakes. Powder cakes are gonna be good for an infinite food source to like distract the shit out of like the gobblers, because they don't like rot. So normally you'd use like rot, but that doesn't work on them. Professional jerky eater. Oh yeah, motherfucker. Watch me just never get corn. It's gonna be so annoying, dude. I get everything else in the world but corn. Good God, finally. I at least got 1. Eggplant, carrot. Good thing seeds are so easy to get. Eventually, ideally, I'd want a little more farms so I can have like a farm displayed with each thing, like along my thing. I just leave them there, but that's like not a concern right now. I need sticks. Must use them all. So there was no warning for that, so there's really not much I can do. Usually the Earth is supposed to, like... We're hoping that didn't, like, destroy my base or anything. It might have, like, destroyed part of my dock. Really short one, but... Obviously, that's not, like, you can't expect that shit to happen. You can't plan for that, because that's insane. That's, like, definitely a glitch, and that's why, like, dry season is still a little risky. See, like, that destroyed one of my boats. Probably destroyed some of my walls. Made magma pools, whatever. But, unfortunately, it didn't destroy anything important. Won't the items in front of the chest get blown away in hurricane season? Those items specifically can't get blown away. That's why they're there. All the other items I could place in front, like most of them, to mark the chests that aren't marked because they would get blown away. So you get obsidian from that. So that's unfortunate that that had to happen. I don't really know what to tell you about that. I probably should have known that a volcano eruption hadn't happened in a while, but you usually wait for the rumbling, the earth rumbling is what tells you that volcano eruption is going to happen. So, and that didn't happen, so I don't know. Oh my God, are you kidding me? That's another reason you want man-made turf when possible, because these guys will spawn. They suck. Okay, so we're gonna put this on. We don't want to plant it too close. I'll plant it kind of far away. Enough that I can walk through it, but I can't walk through this. So yeah, none of these items will get blown away, but most items in the game will. Which is annoying. It's another reason I don't like being here during hurricane season, because I don't like my stuff getting blown away. Okay. Is this for gobblers? Yeah. Definitely. Okay, I gotta reheat myself now. I'm like worried about being in my base now because I don't want my whole base to be destroyed by an eruption, and since like there's no indication that the eruption was gonna happen, basically I'm gonna go see what's going on in the volcano pretty soon. Just make sure another eruption isn't gonna happen like immediately. Because I wasn't in the center of my base, but God forbid I was like here or something near the drying racks. They definitely would have all got destroyed. Because fire will spread between them all rapidly after they get hit, which sucks, but. See, like, now the thing is working properly. Because we're already almost at another eruption. Oh, and it destroyed my tree! That sucks. It's okay, though, because that was the tree I was less psyched about, because that was actually, like, near the dock. And I was going to have to make the dock pretty wide for that tree to work. So I was like, I didn't know if I wanted that tree there. But this tree right here, I definitely am going to put evil flowers around. That's why I haven't put the drying racks up that far, so that tree can't get destroyed. I'd be pretty sad if that tree got destroyed. This goddamn volcano is cheating, man. Yeah, after I make this thing for gobblers, I'll be pretty close to where I want to be for world hopping again, because. Hey, what's up, Callan? See, like, what the fuck? It's not even close to erupting, and I'm getting the shakes. The shakes are when you cross like these things. So this, it'll shake, and then it'll shake over here. Then this shit happens like almost immediately after the third shake. So. What are you gonna do in this? What am I gonna do in this stream? I'm just working on my Megabase a little. It's just weird because the volcano's being fucky. I just got an eruption out of nowhere with no shakes preceding it whatsoever, unless I like completely missed them. I feel like my stream would have saw them, though. Someone would have. Hey, what's up, Sandy? I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been? Just got tired of the old Kolth. The old Kolth Zur. school. There are no warnings for the volcano. Yeah. It just happened like in the middle of my base, which sucks. That's why dry season's like iffy. I usually try and just not be here during dry season because that, because like destroyed my limestone, but I don't really care that much about the limestone. I just put it back, but it destroyed my tree, which is a little sad. Rip the tree, dude. You were too young. What the fuck? God damn it. This also happens during dry season, like these things spontaneously come back. I'm just gonna wait till mild season, you know? Just gonna drop the stuff I need. Motherfucker. I'll need a shovel. I need the turf. I need these. I'll need this. I'll need these powder cakes. You can eat them, but if you don't eat them, they'll basically never expire. There's only like 1 day left in dry season. I just don't trust being here. I might actually just go back for a day just because I don't want my whole base to burn down. And I'm a little worried that just eruption's gonna happen, because with this game you never know. Like, you'd be like, yeah, but eruption's not gonna happen, right? Because it's not supposed to happen. But you never know. It could just happen anyway. Like, that's how this game is sometimes. Things don't always work 100% like they're supposed to work, especially when you're this far in the game. A lot of things will just like happen for like no fucking reason. And we're going to... What was I going to grab? Oh, it's over here. Yes, of course. Beefalo hat. I'll try to watch whenever I can. Don't worry about it. School's more important. Though if eruption does happen, being like, oh, shit. Being down here would be like the best place to be, because it likely won't destroy the rest of my base. Sometimes you only get one hound. It's like confusing as fuck, dude. I was a little worried he was gonna grab that shit. This is, I guess, probably closer. Fuck away. So since it's winter, we're not really going to be like running around at night a whole bunch, probably, because I'm not overcharged, but I don't know. I'll just go get logs or something. I can always pick logs when I don't have anything else to do. Gotta think. What did I want? I wanted, leave this here. Oh shit, I know what I wanted. One, I'm gonna put this back. Right here. My ears. And need 3 gears. And a weapon. Like, that burning down would be the biggest tragedy in the world. Like, my main base burning down wouldn't be that bad because I can hammer it. My chest burning down would be pretty shitty because there's a lot of stuff in there. And the fire would spread all across the thing and then probably spread back as things start to burn and the things come out of the chest. I'd probably lose a ton of shit. But the saplings and the grass stuff wouldn't be the end of the world because I can get more when I world hop, but it would be really shitty. The one thing I can't really replace though is bamboo. I have a limited amount of bamboo because I only world hopped once in Shipwrecked, and I didn't really get that much bamboo before I world hopped. I got a good amount of it. I just didn't get that much. I didn't like farm the whole world for it because I was like, wasn't sure how many times I was gonna world hop, and if I was gonna world hop a bunch of times, I'd wait to farm it. But I ended up only world hopping once. Oh shit. There we go. So it's dry season, so I can like heat up before I go. That's like a cool interaction when you're doing both worlds. Is you can heat yourself up like in dry season. Like potentially I could actually survive by just hopping through the Seaworthy now if I ever was too cold. The Seaworthy's permanent basically. So, because it can't get destroyed by meteors here, and it can't get destroyed in Rain of Giants by anything besides deconstruction staff. So if I got cold, I could hop in there and then heat up or whatever, unless it was the same season between the two. Ideally, I'd have like a hibernation vest, but am I planning to overcharge myself again? I will absolutely be overcharging myself when I world hop because I'm gonna hammer more pseudoscience stations. I'm basically gonna hammer them until I get the world that I want. So basically, I'll hop into the new worlds and I'll check out the world, and if I really like it, I'll just start setting up, and if I don't like it, I'll start farming. Like, I'll go down, I'll get the 3 guardian horns, and when I'm in each one, I'll hammer all the ancient pseudoscience stations, and I'll also farm thulecite. And I'll keep doing that, and I'll keep depleting the 3 guardian horns from each world that I do before I world top, and I'm going to grab other stuff that I want before I world top. So I'm going to grab any marble. I'm going to grab... I might grab B-boxes and stuff. And I might grab rocky turf, depending on how much I have. Because when I eventually do have my world, I don't want to strip the worlds. Because my Megabase isn't going to be... You just unsub just to resub. It's not going to show up, though. Why is there so much wood? It's like a glitch that you can do to plant a bunch of wood on top of each other. If you come and look over here, you can see that all these trees, you can see how they're kind of wavering. There's ones behind it. That's like, that's, what? How many trees did I plant on top of each other? That's 360 trees on top of each other. Alright, see you, Taryn Wilk. You working tomorrow? I'm going to be streaming tomorrow probably too. So, I might see you then. So I'll definitely overcharge myself again. Eventually I'm going to make an overcharge shrine, which you can do, which will be Moslings, permanent Moslings. You do a glitch to duplicate mozzling eggs, and then they'll last out of spring, and then anytime you're gonna get overcharged, you just hammer them, and it'll spawn a bunch of mozzlings, and then you can have them trapped behind walls, and they'll just spin to try and charge at you. And when they spin, lightning strikes, it's your lightning rod will hit you, and you get like 3 of them. Shrines instead of shrines. Sure, why not? Whatever. So you just have mozzlings constantly trying to murder you. How long will you be streaming? I don't know, man. Not much longer, probably. I might play some other games in like a couple minutes. See ya, Paradox Raptor. I might play another game after, but I don't know if I'll stream it or not. I was planning... tonight's plan was to get on at 5:30 and stream with Blaine Murphy. He was aware of the plan. And we were going to stream. If you're going to play other, can you Overwatch? Yeah, probably. You guys want to do some Overwatch, like 1v1s and shit? But yeah, I was going to play some new games with Blaine Murphy because to be honest, I'm getting pretty tired of Don't Starve, so kind of trying to cut back on how much Don't Starve I'm playing, play other cool games, and I'm going to start playing Destiny when that comes out, but he didn't, I don't know, he didn't get up, and I'm not going to like call him or anything because he might be sleeping. I don't want to like wake him up. I have like sleeping problems, so I would never like wake someone up who's like trying to sleep for something stupid like a game. Like if it's something serious, like someone's in a hospital or something, but I would never wake someone up for like a video game. That's dumb. Waffle, hey, what's up? I'm gonna be playing Overwatch sometime soon. You don't have it on PC? That sucks. Why is your name changing rapidly? Are you like metamorphosizing? That's so Blaine Murphy. That's so Raven. Yeah, that's Blaine Murphy for you. He's cool. I don't know why he would do this to me though. Blaine, what did I do to you? Tell me, Blaine. It's weird because it's not like the same type of day. He's 14 hours ahead of me, so we're basically opposite times of day. So it's really hard to play with him for stuff, which sucks because he's like one of my favorite people to play with. But it sucks because our ping's usually going to be awful when we're playing together. So like we're going to play Destiny together, but I don't know how that's going to go because playing an FPS game when your ping's like 300 really sucks dick. So I don't know if we're going to even be able to play Destiny well together, which really sucks. I hope so. How you spawn Willow's ghost? You have to, it's Wendy, it's not Willow. You have to, wait till the flower, is floating, because it'll be floating in your inventory. So this flower right here, you want to, it'll open over the course of like, I think 3 or 4 days. And when it's floating, you need to kill something next to it. And then it'll spawn Abigail. So, I don't really want to like use console commands right now, but basically you're gonna go like this. And you'll, oh shit. Is he gonna stop on the flower? No, alright. It's pretty easy. You wait for like a butterfly like stop on a flower or some shit. And then you kill him. So, that's the easiest way in the game to do it. You don't have to fight anything that's dangerous whatsoever. So I go like this. That's probably close enough. Or you can go like this. You go like this. And that would spawn it. But it's not open, so it's not going to work. Or when it stops, you know, you kill him. So, that's how you spawn it. Dude, gears out the gate. It would take me like 10.5 years to kill her with punching. do it. For fun. I'll show you how pro I am at this game. I've punched this guy like 30 times, by the way. A million times. It's like so many. Probably more. I think I do like 7 damage by punch. And punching is slower than normal attacking, so you can only get 1 hit. I could craft an axe. That would make this easier, but this is funner. There we go. Got him. Jesus. How does she help you? Since I'm already playing this world, I'll just do a real quick Abigail thing for 10 minutes. I'm not really starting a new world, so I'm just asked about Abigail, Wendy's ghost, so I was just gonna show them some things. But since I played long enough where it's like actually like at stage 1, I'm just gonna show a couple things about Abigail. So I'll play this world for just a little bit, and then we'll see a couple things. I've been meaning to start another Wendy world too. I have to start worlds for all new characters. So also it is nice sometimes for streams to just be like do a new world so people can see like how you start the game and stuff like that. It's really hard to do that all the time. I was just gonna log out pretty much immediately to go play Overwatch, but I wanted to punch that Clockwork Knight to death, so this guy wants to go too. Miss me. They gotta kiss me. Got him. While we're bored, we'll just do this. We'll punch some Clockwork Crooks to death. That was close. He almost hit me. You can go way further than you need to. You don't even have to really dodge when you know he's going to do his bullshit thing, which is right now. Because you have plenty of time to run up and punch him. You don't have to, like, know when he's going to do it. Abigail does, Wendy does less damage than every other character. Except, I don't know if Wes does the same amount of damage. I think Wes does like 90%, she does like 75, so she does pretty much the lowest damage in the game. Fortunately, though, Abigail does pretty decent damage, especially against like spiders, and especially at midnight. She just doesn't do nearly as much as like a character can do. So like a Hambat does way more damage than Abigail's ever gonna do. But Abigail has one of the only AoE attacks in the game that's like super good. So you use her basically for one, killing stuff that you can't otherwise kill very easily. So like if you're a newer player, you can have her kill butterflies and stuff for you, and you can have her kill spiders for you very easily because she'll stun lock them, and she can kill and stun lock bees way easier than you can. So it makes it really easy to get all those kills on all those things. What's the best character to use? It really depends on your skill level and what characters you like to use. There'll be a ton of people everywhere that'll tell you the best character uses X and the best character uses this character, but essentially it's just whatever your skill is and whatever character works for you. Don't let people tell you that like there's a certain character that's better than other characters, because late game we can analyze the characters and see all of which characters are the most effective possibly. But if we're gonna do that, I can tell you right now, I've thought about it a lot, and you're just gonna end up with WX78, because really nothing is in Don't Starve. Once you know the game, nothing is too challenging to do. Like, you can do anything you want to. There's nothing you can't do, right? So you're going to want to play the character that's the fastest and the most efficient. And if you're playing the most fastest and most efficient character, it's WX78 because he's actually the fastest character. And he doesn't freeze in the winter and a couple other things that are like really good early game. So he's one of the best characters to play. Oh shit. And then Wolfgang's pretty fast, but he has to eat more often, which kind of sucks. It's not a big deal, but literally spending the time eating, like actually doing the animation, it is time consumed. And he doesn't go as fast as WX78, and he doesn't have like free light or anything. So the only thing he really does faster than WX78 is fighting. And like you don't fight often enough for it to really matter. You fight very, very, very infrequently, and fights with bosses, if you're using like a Cutlass Supreme or a Fresh Ambat, lasts like 20 seconds at most. So you're really only saving like 20 seconds here and there by playing him. And over WX78, you're saving a lot of time because you move significantly faster. Fucking spring has like the goddamn longest nights. Is this world just to show the flower? Yeah, basically. I'm just gonna show Abigail a little bit. But I mean, it's also like a world I could play in the future. Because sometimes I get bored of like the Megabase stuff and I like to play new worlds. Still like keep me a little bit less soaked, but I'll still get soaked. If I do this and stand on a tree, I can save off the wetness, but it's gonna keep raining and I don't want to just stand here. What should you do if a tree starts attacking you? You gotta learn how to fight it. You gotta learn how to like do the proper cycles of kiting so that you can kill the tree. Alright, I probably have enough rocks, right? And there's some rocks over there. There's gonna be some rocks in the desert, so we could just do this. So early game is really about making the most of your time and stuff. We want to stay full. We don't want to spend too much hunger or stuff. But we're just going to live off the land because there's grass and bushes and butterflies everywhere. If you're playing Wigfrid, you have to make a crockpot sooner so you can start doing meat, or you can kill stuff that drops meat pretty easily. These tumbleweeds are going to be really good for... There we go. And then we can go in here and get some rocks. I don't even switch weapons because I don't give a shit, but you can just punch them to death, so there's no reason to waste any part of an axe. How should you avoid rain? You don't really have to avoid rain. It's WX78. Just make sure it doesn't kill you. So what you want to do is eat stuff like butterflies. If you really wanted to avoid rain, the best way to avoid rain would be to just make sure that you're not starting in spring. Oh god, there's like a million of them. That sucks. I'm just hoping for some easy rocks. It's okay, I'll go get this rock right here. He'll eventually lose interest. Hey guys, sub please. I don't know if you're serious or you're like being ironic. Oh, okay, so this is floating, so it only took like about 2 days. That's good. So, we're gonna put this here. Make a science machine. We're gonna make a spear. We're gonna kill this thing. It'll actually be way easier on the road. Not that it matters. It's just safer. There we go. And she spawned. Now we can have all kinds of fun. We want a lantern super early when we play with Abigail, though, so ideally we'd want to find something to make a lantern with. We want to find a sinkhole. Hey, so I have a worldless wig for on day 88. What would you be doing around that time, or what should I do? Like, what should my priorities be at the time, you think? I mean, I really can't answer that. I have no idea what you've done. Like, if you think about it, like, that question doesn't really make much... Like, it's like, where are you? Like, you could be, like, working on a Megabase by day 20. You could have killed all 3 Ancient Guardians. So, like, I don't know, unfortunately. It's really impossible for me to tell you, like, what to do, because I have no idea how far you've gone. You could have done so much, or so little by that time. It's just impossible for me to know, like, with what I know now. So I want more rocks and stuff, so I'm gonna get to ice. Get some more rocks. There's not enough ice to get all the rocks I need, so let's just go this way. There should be rocks over here. There is, and there's some gold. Okay, so we don't want to die at night from not having a torch, which means we need more torch, which there's definitely going to be a sinkhole somewhere over here. But I don't have enough torch. But I do have Abigail, so I can survive with her if I need to. So there's really nothing bad that can happen, because essentially what I can do is I can go like this. Right? Like, I can just do this all night. She'll actually go away from you, but you can keep up with her enough if you follow her, because you run a little faster than her. And then if you can't keep up with her like this, you can just wait and she'll stop, and then you just have to run into the light. Yes. That's a little riskier, because she will start running away from you pretty immediately. And then we gotta do this. Like this. We can also just use the fireflies, because now that we found those. So I have a torch. I don't have to do this, but this is another cool thing about Wendy is potentially you can just never have to have a light because you can follow her in. It's annoying to do that. You should have a lantern, but you don't have to. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to, though. I'm just going to go do other stuff. That's enough demonstration. Let's go find the sinkhole. Interesting. There's a bunch of free food right here. Free pigskin and stuff. There we go. Alright, and here we go. We just need light bulb plants. Time to annoy Kolth. Okay. Can you tell me how the compass is good or if it's just the same as the map? Yeah, the compass doesn't really give you anything. You just use the map. Just press tab when you want to know where to go. The compass doesn't really help. I mean, if your map's oriented and you don't ever like adjust your map or like go side to side, it's just like if I never do this, I mean, you just know which way north was. If you don't turn, it's just always the same way. So there's really no point having a compass. So now we just need to find some light bulbs. And we'll go back up to the surface. We can make an alchemy engine, make a lantern. And we're good. We got plenty of stuff to eat. We're not playing robots, so we don't want to let it spoil prematurely. And we can also make an umbrella, because it's spring, and we don't want to just be going insane for no reason. I mean, I do, but you probably don't. People will yell at me if I teach new players to just go insane for no reason. They get mad. Because it's not any way to be, I guess. Like, newer players can't do that. I'm like, why not? It's fun. I could also... Technically, I can do the exact same thing I was doing before, and I can lead Abigail by running next to her. I can lead her to explore for me by going like this. It's like a crazy shit way to do it, because if you get to a wall, you have to immediately run away and then try and get back towards her. So I don't recommend trying that crazy shit, but it can technically work, and you can if you're running out of torch, it's definitely the way to go, you know? Just do that shit. Go insane with it. Okay, so they're gonna try and murder me, because... Oh, shit. Alright, so Abigail is, like, kicking their ass, but they decided to dip out because they're dicks. What's up? So she's like pretty hurt. You can tell because she's doing that like frowny thing. But she also regenerates HP. So you don't need to worry too much about her being hurt. But when she dies, her flower will disappear and stuff for a bit, so you don't want her to die. She did take a lot from that. I wasn't sure if she would die from that. I knew she wouldn't die from like 2 of them, but she could have died from fighting a bunch of them. So now we can build a lantern, which is cool. We don't really know where to build our base, but also it doesn't really matter because this is just like a fun world, so I can just build it wherever the fuck I want. I already built my science machine. Okay. I'm just gonna build it like here-ish. There's a desert right there. There's ponds. I'll just build it like here. I need like 1 more rock. Or I need a lot more rock, but like 1 more for right now. So I build our base just like wherever. Build right here. Sub to Wilney. Yeah, I don't really get subs anymore. I don't know what's up with that. Guess my shit sucks, dude. I haven't had someone subscribe to my channel in like 4 days. So it's like, yeah, my sub growth is like nothing right now. So, oh well. Really, if you want subs, you have to have like a video take the hell off and stuff. You know, just like have a video get really good. If you want growth. So if I just keep making good videos, eventually maybe one will, maybe one won't. Don't really know. And I'm like hemorrhaging viewers right now. I'm not really talking much, but if you have questions or something. Wow, really? Day 3? Hounds? That's pretty crazy. Well, it's midnight, but the first hound attack takes a long time between when they come and when they're like baying and when they come, so it might be a bit. Hopefully, you really want to have hounds come at midnight if you're playing Abigail or Wendy, because Abigail's can actually be legit at midnight to killing them. Oh shit, they're already here. That's insane. It does way more damage. See? Just like make short work of that. It's kind of glitchy. Yeah, I guess. Going to the caves that early does definitely affect that. We're gonna prototype a bunch of stuff. It doesn't really even matter that we're insane. And I would like some Nightmare Fuel right now. Abigail won't help you with this, unfortunately. So that's one unfortunate part of Wendy is these guys, unless you have like the Fresh Ambat or Cutlass Supreme, since you do reduce damage, things like this and bosses, it takes a little bit longer to kill. But like I said before about Wolfgang, it's like bosses and killing stuff is actually a very small part of the game, so people like to think like Wendy's unplayable because it takes like 10 more seconds to kill a boss. Like legit. It doesn't really take that much more. And if you're using a handbat, it doesn't take any more resources. These handbats are infinite, so. I got a lot of stuff we can do. We'll just grab one of these. cool ourselves, or dry ourselves off a little. We want to build a crock pot, which means we need some twigs. We're going to go burn some trees. Stuff like that. We also want to build a lantern right now. We gotta eat eventually, but we got the... Oh, there's stale. That sucks. Shouldn't have waited so long. I'm about done, too. Oh, shit. It's been like 30 minutes since I was like, I'm gonna take off and do Overwatch. Time just flies when you have, like, a lot of stuff to do, you know what I mean? Early game. It's like time goes way faster. I don't even realize it, but it's like... Because there's like 10 things I could be doing right now, so it's like... Versus the Megabase where it's like, do I have to do this? I don't really want to, I don't really need to, but I could do this, I could make that, I guess, whatever. Here it's like, oh, there's all these things I need. So it's like time goes so much faster. You just kind of get... This is like one of the reasons I really like Quickstart, because I get hung up in it and I just like do all these things because it's like there's so much to do. Whereas like in other games, there's less to do and you feel like it's like it can be kind of boring. It's like going through the motions, whereas here it's like, it always feels like, you know, new to me almost. Every time. You have like the really good feeling of progression playing this game. I need more rocks for a crockpot, but not like right now. Not necessary. So come over here, cook this. Also, we're gonna dry off, gonna help out. We're gonna make some stuff. Lantern. Early game lantern's super good for Wendy because she doesn't really take as much sanity loss from being at night. So she barely takes any until midnight, and if you have a lantern, you have a pretty big light radius. Just drop some stuff because there's not like anything that can really take it. I'll keep the light bulbs on us. This stuff. We're gonna go make a football helmet. Make a hand bat too if we want to, but we need one more big skin which I can go get pretty easily. Drop the niter. We're gonna plant these. We're gonna burn them down. We're gonna plant them kind of far away from anything. We have V-flow, so we can go get prep for the winter. Right now, if we wanted to, we could kill them for the horns, but we'll just wait on that. This ice, I want to make an ice machine pretty soon. Just so I can keep this ice, in case I see any more. Because it's spring, and one of the first things I want to do is get ready for Flingomatic. That'll refresh it a little. Okay. This is what I started this world up for. To show how crazy Abigail is at night. At midnight. And we have a good luck midnight. And since Wendy doesn't really take that much sanity loss, you can keep your sanity very high the whole game. Fun times, man. I don't think she even got hit. You could do the same thing with spiders. I mean, like, if you find a Queen's Gathering, she could probably take out the whole Queen's Gathering if you do it right. You don't even have to force them out if, like that. because she can stun lock them, so she'll do the same thing in the middle of the day. It's probably better to get bees in the middle of the day because she can stun lock them. But we can also do it at night. Spiders are better at night because they're already wandering out. And in the middle of the day, it's good. I'll kill this guy so I can make a ham bat. Oh shit. Got a big village here. Shit, there's like a million berry bushes. That's insane. Right close here. You can get 1.5 million berries. There we go. Like an idiot. But yeah, this is, I mean, Wendy's like just good. That kind of stuff. I can have these pigs kill each other. They're all gonna attack her though, which means they'll probably win. So I gotta ally more. I would wanna ideally ally more of them before doing this, so Abigail doesn't get killed. If I leave the area and come back, she'll be refreshed. Not refreshed as health, I mean like they won't be trying to murder her. Why are they're still coming out? Damn it. Dude, that sucks. Oh well. Got the pigskin I needed. I mean, she'll just respawn like you saw in like a day, so it doesn't really matter. There we go, cleared out the pigskin. That pig village. Now I can make an umbrella with that shit. And then we won't be able to get wet anymore. Ton of berries. I need burnt trees. Those trees are gonna grow pretty soon, then I'll burn them. I need sticks. And then I can make a crock pot, and I can make an ice box. I like that. I guess I too need a little bit more rocks. Which I can pretty easily get. How many more rocks do I need? I need 6 for what I want right now, currently. Then with the football helmet. Oh, what did I get hit? Oh, I was getting hit by bees. That's right. Oh, that's just cool. There's a lot of like, these are gonna get stuck. Gears. In case I need an ice box. I already have gears up because I punched these clockworks to death. That was fun. Remember that, guys? desert's kind of lame and small, though. There's like a shitload of hounds in it. Maybe there's more over here. Damn, dude. One more fucking rock. Damn it. Go away. Ah. Oh, there's some rocks right there. Could have got that, but now I got this jackass following me. There we go. Alright. Now we good. And build all the stuff I want now. Oh my god. 3 gears, dude, out of like, what, like 6 tumbleweeds? Probably, no, like, probably like 10. And I got 3 gears out of that? That's pretty crazy. But now we can go dry off. And make a bunch of stuff. Raise our sanity. Make taffy, whatever. Probably burn these trees down. Yep, they're growing. Oh shit. That guy like really snuck in there. Bitch. Get him. There, another fuel. Where's the umbrella? Wait, 2 silk? Shit. Yeah, there's one somewhere down there. I can go make that at another point. So, make a rope. Use that rope to make this. That to make this. To dry myself off. Provide light. Drop Abigail's feather. Wait till it floats. To grab it again. Combine these. Don't need this. Drop this here. Drop this here. And this. Now we have a hand bat. Too bad that guy's leaving. This is like early game shenanigans. The stream. There we go. Saved our ice. Got a ton of other shit too. nuggets. Now we just would need to go get spider silk for an umbrella. I need the spear because use hand bat for now. Got that stuff. Make some chests. We don't really need the torch for anything because we have that. So it's day 6. We got lantern, this stuff. So this is like a pretty good setup. I mean, you could go faster than this, but that's just like a really brief, like, hey, you want to get into the game. I mean, like, I sat there and punched Clockworks to death for 2 days, which you just don't need to do. So this is like a pretty good low-dose quick start guide. I'm even playing Wendy, who's probably slower than everyone else. If you're playing Wicker Bottom, you're way faster. I set up on like day 2, like all this stuff. If you, you know, were so inclined to really try and like grind it out. And then you just eat that, and I would get pretty full, and I eat a couple taffies, whatever, you know. And there's so much stuff I'm gonna end up prototyping pretty soon that I'm just gonna regain like all my stuff back. Like I have enough nuggets to just be like, I want these tools, and when I use the other tools, I just go like that, you know. When I'm done with the other tools, I'll just go grab those. So, and my sanity just shoots back up. Besides, I can also just do this. And since I'm playing with Abigail, in a day she'll be back. I could go kill literally all these bees and all these bees like super easily. There's like a billion berry bushes. I go kill all the spiders like every night, basically. So what I would do is I'd plant some spiders like here, like a bunch of dens right here, and I'd go at night and I'd just have Abigail murder them all. What I would really want to do is just go collect any ice, like go find any rocky biome and collect ice right now for the winter. For the winters. Need some ice for the winters. What time is it? I could probably just go. Yeah, I'm probably not. I don't have time to play another game. I have to go to bed pretty soon. But thanks for watching. This is all because someone just asked about Abigail's flower. So I hope you got what you wanted if you stuck around after you asked. Thanks everyone for watching. It was fun. I'll be on tomorrow, probably 4 p.m. Unless something comes up, in which case I usually will just not stream because I have some important stuff and I don't want to stream instead of doing something. Like streaming instead of eating or whatever, like work or something. This guy already in heat, what the fuck? What a dick. So yeah. And basically, if I go kill a couple more beefalo because they're in heat, and I get a horn from one of them, I'm all set for the winter too. So I could get through the entire winter, like, and you could too. You get through the entire winter with this and a beefalo hat. It's pretty easy. You just have to know how to do it. And you the spiders. You kill the spiders with your hand bat or your spear or whatever, and then you mine ice and you put 3 ice in here and 1 meat. I'm not going to demonstrate because I don't want to use my ice. But yeah, and it's just that easy, you know what I mean, to get through. If you know what you're doing, it can be pretty easy. So see you guys. I'm going to try and work on some videos. I don't know what to work on. My 20 tips videos. I might work on that. I might work on some other stuff. I might work on my fighting and kiting video. I really don't know, you know? See you guys.